What's up, guys? Welcome back to my Detroit Tigers Out of the Park series. Today we have episode 9, and in today's episode we are going to be simulating the entire month of July, which will go all the way up to the trade deadline, and it will also include the All-Star game and the draft. The first order of business that I have is to simulate to the draft, and so I will see you guys once we have made all of our selections. Alright, here we are at the conclusion of the draft. As you can see, we drafted Tamar Johnson with our first overall pick, and I'm really happy with what we got in him. He looks like he's going to be a really good middle infielder for us, whether it's at shortstop or second. I haven't decided, but he has really good defensive ratings. He has really good speed. He has good eye discipline, and he can avoid Ks good. It looks like in the future that's going to be a solid part of his game. He has decent contact and decent gap power. It's nothing above average, really. It's really just average, which is fine because it could develop into something a little bit better, and he's also going to be very good on the defensive end, which I like out of a potential second baseman, which is what I see him more as than a shortstop. With our second round pick, we went and got Xavier Isaac, who looks like he's going to be a really good DH for us. So he has 50 potential contact, 45 gap power, and 70 home run power potential with decent eye discipline as well, which I really like. He doesn't have any defensive numbers or any speed here. So that's why I think he's going to be a DH eventually for us, which is fine. It's always good to have a bat at least. Like, I'm fine with it. He's 18. He has plenty of time to develop. With our fourth round pick, actually, because we lost the third round pick when we signed, I forget who it was. It was Chris Bryant. When we signed Chris Bryant, we lost the third round pick, so this is our fourth round pick. We had Jim Little. He looks like he could be an interesting pitcher. He's going to have two really good pitches here. I'm sort of thinking he has a lot of stamina, though. That kind of worries me, but I was thinking he's more of a bullpen arm for us. But he has really high stamina, so maybe he could develop a pitch or two more, and then that'll help him with the starting spot. But I think he's going to be a good relief arm for us at least, potentially if he even becomes anything. He's also a sidearm pitcher, which is really interesting to me. And then this is the last pick I picked, and then I got the scout to simulate the rest. We had Adam here, who doesn't look great when you look at his potential and his ratings, but he has decent base running and decent defense. And then he has just very average stats around here as potential stats. And I kind of like that because I want him to be sort of that utility guy for us maybe if he ever makes it to the majors. He's already 22, almost 23, so I'm not too high on him, but he just looked like a good piece that could be there as a utility guy. The rest of the guys are drafted. I'll just let you take a look at Riley, Stanford. All of these guys are scout drafted. He looks like he's going to have a decent three-pitch arsenal here. He's going to be a bullpen arm, it looks like, but if he can develop that stamina, then he can maybe be a starter. It's saying his future is projected as a starter. He looked good in high school, but that's high school, obviously. He looks like he could be a good arm. We'll see. Next, we have another starting pitcher, Alec here. He has another three-pitch arsenal. Looks like he's going to be decent. Who knows? We'll see. Then we have another starting pitcher. Our scout just went crazy on the starting pitchers. He doesn't look as good, but does have 4 pitches, which is, I guess, different. So that's exciting. Then we drafted Jaden Hilton. He looks like he's another power bat, not as much of a defensive guy, another DH potential type of guy, nothing too special. And then last guy is Trevor Moore. He's a starting pitcher. Once again, 3-pitch arsenal, nothing special here, not too exciting. I'm not going to go out and offer these last 2 guys anything because I don't really like the look of this guy. He doesn't look like anything too exciting to me. He's 18. He's probably going to go to college, so maybe if he's there in a future draft, then we'll take him. But I don't find anything too interesting about him. Same with Jacob here. We already also have a bunch of young catchers. He's not even going to see the playing time ever, even if he becomes somewhat good. But he has the 1-star potential, so he's not going to be anything. I don't feel like wasting my time offering him $500,000 bonus here for no reason. There's no point. But I gave everyone their demands to sign them, hopefully. I'm pretty sure they're all going to sign. You know, we gave $9 million to Tamar. and then everyone else was below 650,000, or everyone was below a million. Jim Little won at 950. But that's it for the draft. I really like what we got here. I wanted to go over a few things here. So we have an updated top 100 prospects list. Riley Green is the number 1 prospect. Spencer Torkelson is number 6. We are still the number 1 ranked farm system. We have Riley Green, Torkelson, Leiter, Ivan Herrera, and now we actually have the center fielder from a few videos ago, I think. The dude that was just scouted by our scout, and then he's brought him over from Venezuela, and he actually looks like a good leadoff guy in the future. He has 65 contact, 65 gap power potential, and then his avoiding Ks potential is an 80, which is really good. He has really good speed potential, or not even potential, he just has really good speed. His arm and his error and range, they're a little bit to be desired, but it's not bad. Right now he's in single A. He's 17 years old. He's younger than a lot of the guys we drafted, so that's really exciting to see. He has plenty of time to develop. That is the updated prospects. Miguel Cabrera actually got 500 hits, I believe, against Kansas City, it looks like. So that's cool. 500 home runs. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say hits. 500 home runs against Kansas City, so that's exciting. We were looking forward to that last season, and he never got it, so I'm glad he finally got it. Even though he's not in the lineup very often anymore, I'm still glad he got it. Next, we have the mid-season goals. So he's very happy with our record because we're staying competitive. He is very disappointed in our progress with the attendance. But if we go and look, I don't think we're that far away. Yeah, he wants it to be 23,600. We're at 23,029. We're 600 away. So I don't see the big deal in that, but I guess he's disappointed in that, so whatever. So far, so good at improving the team finances, he says, which is good. I haven't done anything to work toward it, so I'm glad it's working itself out. And then he wants something to do with to improve our draft record, which means get more guys on the team that we drafted. So far it's 0, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. And then keep building your team up in order to reach the playoffs was the last goal, which is what we're doing. Hopefully we can do that this season. Our record is now 40-45, so we're still working on getting to 500. Hopefully we can get there. For now, I think I'm going to see you guys at when the All-Star game is an All-Star team is announced, and that's when I'll see you guys next. All right, here we are, July 17th. The All-Star rosters have been announced. As you can see right here, our closer has been named an All-Star, which is very good. And then we also have a second All-Star this year. Xander Bogaerts was named an All-Star at shortstop. Very exciting to see. I wanted to check out the National League roster just to see if any of the guys who've traded away specifically to the Atlanta Braves. It does not look like any of our guys have gone over and been All-Stars, which is good news. Let's take a look at the prospects game as well. I think we have 3 guys on here. We have Kyle Doy, Doval, and we have Torkelson. Those are the 3 guys that are in the prospects game, which is exciting. And then I also signed everyone that we drafted except for Jim Little. Everyone else agreed to the signing bonus that we gave them. So that's exciting. I'm glad they're finally a part of our organization officially. We are 42-48 right now on the 17th. We are still some time away from the trade deadline. I'm probably going to simulate to the trade deadline or until we have a move, and then I'll see you guys then. All right, here we are, July 31st on trade deadline day. It's been pretty uneventful leading up to the trade deadline. We have lost a lot of games. I'm not sure if we've even won a game since the last time I spoke. We're 42-57 now. We are 18 games back from first place in the Central Division. We're in last place. It's not looking like we're even going to compete for a wild card spot. So I'm kind of looking to offload here, but not offload too much because I think we can compete next year still. We still have guys to call up, and we have guys that I want to improve just a little bit before we're at our peak right here. So I'm going to make one trade that is purely financially driven for the most part. It's going to involve our ace, who I've recently traded for, I know, but we're going to be trading him away to the Seattle Mariners. We're going to be giving up Sonny Gray, and his kind of large contract. He's making $10 million this year, and he's supposed to make $12.5 next year on a team option, which I probably would not accept. Unfortunately, he has had a really good season, in my opinion. He has a good ERA plus, a good FIP minus. He's doing all right. He's doing what he's supposed to. He's not necessarily ace material, but he did a good enough job. But I'm going to be shipping him to the Mariners for who I think could be a really good relief arm for us. He's only 23 years old. He already has the 4-star overall, but what I really like is the 99 to 101 mile per hour velocity. He looks like he's going to have good stuff. He has a good fastball, a good slider. He has good stuff, good movement. His control's a little low, but hopefully that doesn't bother him too much. In 36 games in the majors, he's had 10 saves. He's pitched 32 innings. He has 45 strikeouts in those 32 innings. He has an ERA plus of 234. He has a FIP minus of 67. I think he could be a really good piece for us. He's gonna maybe not even be our closer. I think we still have our closer set, but we're also gonna get $4 million in cash from them, which isn't that big of a deal this late in the season. But I'm gonna complete this trade, so that's what our team is gonna look like. We're gonna go ahead and we actually have to bring him onto the team, and we're actually gonna have to send one of our relief pitchers down. It's probably gonna be Dave McKay or Michael King. I think it's going to be Dave. He was the last called up. He's been doing good, 3.77 ERA, but there's not enough room. Ooh, he has to clear waivers. I don't know who we called down. Maybe, yeah, we're going to have to hope he clears waivers here. And then we're going to get the manager to rearrange it. So, yeah, he's in middle relief now. Our bullpen is looking stacked. We have a 4-star overall in our middle relief. We have a 3.5 in our middle relief. Our setup guys are 3.5 and 3.5 stars, and then our closer is 3.5 as well. We have a lot of good arms now. I'm really happy with our pitching side. We do have the missing spot, though, now in our rotation, and I have to figure out who's going to get called up. It's probably going to be Tukey. It could be Joey Wentz as well. We have so many pitching arms, like I said in the last video. We have 4 guys right here that could be fighting for a pitching spot in the majors. I don't think there's anybody else I like enough to call up yet. So it's probably, yeah, we're just going to go with Tukey for now. He's been a solid arm for us in the majors, so he's going to slot right into that 5 slot. All of our guys have kind of went downhill since the beginning of the season. Our lineup, though, has only gone uphill. I decided Ivan Herrera is going to take over that starting spot at the catching position. Evan White's hitting 270 with 12 home runs. Adam Frazier's hitting 283 with 7 home runs. He's actually someone I consider trading because he only has the 1 year left on his deal. But I don't think he's going to want too much money. Like, let's take a look at his negotiate the extension, which we can't afford right now. But he's looking around 12 to 14 million. I don't know if we're going to bring him back. I'm still considering more trades, but there was just nothing too great out there whenever I was trying to come up with some trades, but I'll circle back to that. We have Chris Bryant here, who's been amazing for us, hitting 285 with 16 home runs and 67 RBIs. He's leading the team in home runs and RBIs. He's been really good. Even in walks, he's been leading this team, and he's been amazing, hitting almost a 400 on base. His OPS plus is 128. He's just been really good for us this season. I'm really happy with that signing. I'm almost positive he's going to opt out, though, at the end of the season, because 5.5 is not enough for someone of that caliber. I hope he opts in, though, because I'd love to have him back, but I could see him opting out. Xander Bogaerts, 263, 15 home runs, 50 RBIs. I'm happy with the home runs and RBIs that he's given to us. Riley Green's been doing really good since we called him up. He's played in 40 games, and he's hitting 273 with 7 home runs and 30 RBIs. I'm really happy with that. And then Trey Harris in center field. We moved him from the corner outfield to the center field position, and he's hitting 287 now in the season with 7 home runs and 29 RBIs. I'm happy with that. He's also leading off. Cespedes is hitting 284 with 11 home runs and 49 RBIs, and I think he actually was just recently on a 25-game hit streak that was broken only a couple days ago, so he's really been hitting the ball well, and I'm really happy with that. And Cole Calhoun's a DH for us. He's hitting .241 with 5 home runs. And then Miggy's our other DH. He's hitting .208 with 2 home runs. Nothing special there. Cal didn't do anything wrong necessarily to get removed from the starting spot, but I think Ivan's ready. He's more of a future piece for us. He has 5-star potential, which is what I really like. Cal has 3.5, and he is the higher overall according to the star rating, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's better. Freddie Galvis has been, he's been a backup middle infielder for us. Nothing special there. Derek Hill's been a backup outfielder for us. Nothing special from him either. But that's going to do it for the episode today. We simulated all the way up to the trade deadline. And next episode, we're going to be simulating all the way up to the offseason, assuming we don't make the playoffs. If we make the playoffs, which I really doubt, then we will obviously have a longer episode. And we probably still will simulate to the offseason. But just look forward to getting to the offseason next episode and seeing what our record's going to finish as and how everyone else is going to finish the season. After next episode, there will be a Season 2 recap for anybody that wants to just get a quick recap of the season. But thank you for watching this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. Make sure to leave a comment about what you think about this episode, and thanks for watching.